So we're in the part of the year where most people's resolutions by this point have fallen off, okay? And you set a resolution this year. You wanted to feel more creative. You wanted to feel more passionate. You wanted to feel more alive. You wanted to feel more like you were enjoying the things that you were making. So we are going to do 50 ways to make your creativity unrecognizable by the end of the year. You don't need to do all 50, but when you pick some of these from different areas and you decide, I'm actually going to start doing these things, I'm going to start showing up, I'm going to start creating from this space, your creativity will be unrecognizable by the end of the year. You will be creating things that you love. You will feel a different connection to inspiration and to yourself. So let's go. The first section we're going to start with is your environment, right? Because this is where we're creating, and this has such a deep impact on what it is that we make and how we feel about it. So 1 through 6 of your 50, we're starting with environment. So the first thing is, does your space where you're creating feel like a sanctuary? What colors are there? Is it cluttered? Do you feel excited when you go to create? Do you wake up and you look forward to being in this space? How can you clear a space really clearly for yourself and create a space for yourself that feels like a sanctuary? Number two, and we're gonna like piggyback off this, is that you probably need to declutter. What are you holding on to as far as like, is there trash in the area? Is there just dust in the area? Have you organized? Have you put things out in a way where you know where they are? And even if you are somebody that works really messy, and I am that way, like if I'm in the middle of creating something and I'm working on a new series right now, my stuff is all over the place. But I still need to take the time, probably about once a week, to like restack and re-clear and regroup so that I can move forward and know what I have. The third thing is, once you've done that decluttering, you're going to invest in something for yourself for this year. So pick something that you use really often, whether that's a kind of paintbrush, whether that's an easel, whether that's an instrument, whether that's a pen and a notebook, like whatever it is for you that you can invest in right now, so that you have something that feels really good to use. You have something that feels like it's really quality to use. You have something that makes you excited to go to work. Okay, invest in something for yourself in your work this year. The next one we're going to do is that your environment doesn't just apply to your physical space. Your environment also applies to your digital space. So the same thing, you're going to, does it feel like a sanctuary? Where do I need to declutter? And that looks like unfollowing anybody that makes you feel behind, anybody that makes you feel like you're not good enough, anybody that you're comparing your own creative journey to. You need to mute, pause, block, whatever. Create the digital boundaries for yourself the same way that you would create those in person. And then your work is interesting because as creatives we evolve. So when we're hanging on to a bunch of old work that doesn't really resonate with the things that we want to create or the things we want to do, we tend to look at that sometimes as like, well, this didn't sell, or I have all of this, or whatever. Can you have an auction? Can you donate things? Can you give away things for free? Can you have a sale? Can you move some of this older work out of your space so that you have room to create what you want? So you have room to focus on what you want to make this year. Sometimes we get so busy looking back at what we've created that we're not really focusing on the momentum and the moving forward. So is your environment a sanctuary? Can you declutter? Invest in something for yourself. Your environment also is online, right? Your digital boundaries. Just lost my train of thought. Move, like make room, donate things, make space for your new stuff. And then number 6 is like, how can you really fill your space up this year, your environment this year? And that means everywhere you go, right? With creative energy. So your car, your home, your space, like your house, space where you create, your environment is something that you are always in. And when you have a greater connection to it, with when you know you're always creating, when you know that you're creating the environment that like you're either going to thrive in or you're going to be unmotivated in, it gives us a lot of power. So for these first 6, like, don't just limit yourself to one space. If you feel like you want to expand and you want to put creative energy into all of the environments around you so that you can start feeling more inspired, go for it. I'll see you for part 2.